Today we are going to solve algebraic equations that take more than one step. So let's look at some examples of what that might look like. Alright, so our first equation here is 18 equals 2a plus 10. Now remember, when we're solving an equation, we're trying to get the variable by itself. So we want 2a to be the a itself to be by itself. So what we need to do first is get rid of this plus 10. So we're going to subtract 10 from both sides. 18 minus 10 is 8. So 8 equals 2a. So we need to do the opposite of what's happening in order to move this 2 over. So 2 is being multiplied by a. So in order to get rid of it, we need to divide by 2. What we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So 8 over 2 is 8 divided by 2 is 4. So 4 equals a. Well, let's check that to make sure, because again, we had to do a few different things here, so we want to make sure we got everything correct. So we have 18 equals 2. We're going to plug the 4 in for a, plus 10. 18 equals 2 times 4 is 8. And 8 plus 10 is 18. So we did do this correctly, since we got 18 equals 18, and that is a true statement. What if we had 3/4 x plus 1/2 equals 7/8? Alright, same thing. Even though it's fractions, we're doing the same thing. So I'm going to subtract 1/2 from both sides. And I'm going to get 3/4 x equals 7/8 minus 1/2. So 1/2 is the same as 4/8. So that gives us 3/8. Alright. So now we have 3/4 x equals 3/8. So the only thing different with fractions is in order to get rid of this. So this is like saying 3 times x divided by 4. So I'm going to multiply by 4, because 4 is getting divided by x. And then I am going to divide by 3, because 3 is being multiplied by x. So my 4's are going to cancel, my 3's are going to cancel, and I'm going to be left with just x. What I do to one side, I have to do to the other. 3 times 4 is 12. 8 times 3 is 24. Remember, we need to simplify that. 12 divided by 12 is 1. 12 divided by 24 is 2. So x is actually going to be 1/2. Alright. And let's look at one more here. Say we have -2 times 5 minus x equals 4. So remember, I need to get this x by itself. First thing I'm going to do is divide by -2, because -2 is being multiplied by this parentheses here, so I need to get rid of it. 4 divided by -2 is -2, because 4 divided by 2 is 2, and a positive divided by a negative is a negative. So then we can get rid of these parentheses, because there's nothing else there. We don't need to worry about them. And then I'm also going to erase this stuff here so we can keep working. Alright, so the next thing we need to get rid of is that 5. So this is a positive 5, so I need to subtract 5 to get rid of it, to do the opposite. So now I have negative x equals negative 7, because negative 2 minus 5 is negative 7. So I have negative x equals negative 7. Now remember, if there's nothing in front of x, you have to remember there's that invisible 1 there. So negative 1 is being multiplied by x, so we need to divide negative 1 to get rid of it. And negative 7 divided by negative 1, well, 7 divided by 1 is just 7. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. Again, to check our work, we can say negative 2, 5 minus 7 equals 4. So negative 2 times, and in parentheses we have 5 minus 7, which in fact is negative 2. And negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. So we did do that correctly. And if you would like more practice on this, you can go to IXL underneath Algebra 1, sections J3 through J5. See you in Zoom.